I got here just around 5 a.m. and there was just a handful of people here, but within the last 2 hours, the line has certainly extended throughout the entire length of the mall, all the way to where the food court is, where people who want to cast their ballots will vote. So I'll step out of the way so people can take a look at what the line looks like right now. It's died down a little bit in the last couple minutes, but at the same time, again, the line extends all the way to where the Sears building used to be here at the mall. It goes all the way down to where the thrift store is, to where some of these other stores are, and then continues down to where the food court is.
Meet the after-school Student Buddies Club at Niagara. These third graders and teacher Kara Cobb are behind the reindeer and other art projects specifically for chemotherapy patients.
Even if they're going through a hard time, I really love helping them too.
Well, it was somewhat awesome to stand below the steps of Air Force One and see the President of the United States walking down and shake hands with him.
Of course, Vanderveer is talking about welcoming President Jimmy Carter to Evansville. Do you think when you entered office as mayor, you would meet the President of the United States?
Not really.
O'Brien encourages the tri-state to never give up on goals and dreams.
Somebody says, well, you shouldn't do that, you can't do that. Who cares what they think? Go after what you want. It's your life, it's not their life. So go after what you want, be proud of what you do, and be afraid of nothing and nobody.
Ettmeyer says one possible factor is the commercial jet being told to move or sidestep from runway 1 to runway 33. This possibly would have made arrivals and departures on runway 1 more efficient.
That put them a lot closer together, and then for some reason, the helicopter made a right turn on what's called a base leg to land, and that's when the collision occurred.
At the moment, Penny is taking a break from all that work to say hello again to two friends. The former County Humane Society Director, Debbie Edwards.
Hi. How are you? Come here. Oh, my goodness.
And the Animal Control Officer, Kayla Main, who responded to Penny in a plastic bag on the highway.
Oh, my goodness. Look at you. Oh.
Kentucky is one step ahead of those wondering, where can I find my nearest practitioner? So starting on December 1st, the state will have a directory of those professionals on their Office of Medical Cannabis website. The other steps of the process are on that website, too. Now, Gibson County is no stranger to having state historical markers, including this one commemorating Lyle's Station, a black community settled by free slaves. As far as next steps go for Fehrenbacher, he's hoping to have his fundraising dollars in place by the Gibson County Fair this summer. Here in the north side of Evansville, George Martin believes he is the only person on his street who lost power earlier this week. He's among the last couple hundred to have his power be turned back on, and he agrees communicating with Centerpoint has been frustrating. Here on Englefield Road, we can still see the fence where Sarah Wheeler's grave lies today. Though Deaconess didn't allow us on the property, there is a husband and wife team that came here previously to get answers about the woman that lies here today. I'm standing on State Road 165 near South 1000 West and the Johnson community here in Gibson County. And authorities believe a pickup was driving northbound here on 165, merged into the other lane, and then hit a sedan that was traveling the other way. In fact, we could still see the sedan still sitting in the ditch over there. Sheriff Bruce Van Oven believes the driver was allegedly under the influence of alcohol. Some Evansville residents are among the very first to walk across this new pedestrian bridge over Highway 41, and even some Bossy High School students tell me this is a much safer option than what was previously in place. The Rural King off Morgan Avenue is once again out of generators. Earlier this morning, this is about the spot where a handful of them were sitting and waiting for customers to buy them. They proved to be a popular choice, however, for the thousands still sitting in the dark, waiting for their power to return.
We start tonight in Davis County, where several people are voicing their concerns following a deadly crash. The crash happened at Highway 60 and Hawes Boulevard on Friday. Deputies say a semi was crossing the intersection when it was hit by a pickup truck. As Eyewitness News' Ben Walls reports, Commonwealth officials say they have been working to make the area safer.
Early Friday morning, 2 lives were lost after an accident here at the Highway 60 and Hawes Boulevard intersection. A pickup driver and passenger crashed into a semi, which I'm told is just one of countless wrecks in the area.
It was sad. It's something that shouldn't happen, but it's something that I'm used to happening all the time. I'm always hearing about there being a wreck out here at this intersection.
Paige Beavers works at a nearby truck stop where she says she can watch the crashes unfold. As a Maceo native, she uses this corridor frequently, but sometimes uses another road just to avoid the intersection.
I don't necessarily feel worried, as I should be, but I do think of how dangerous it is when I pass through it. People are losing their lives at the intersection, and no one should have to settle for that, really. Something needs to be done about the intersection, really.
She's not alone. A couple social media users say they have to slam their brakes in the busy traffic, and some advocate for putting in a stoplight in the space. Meanwhile, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials say they've had plans in place to make changes before Friday's accident. $3.5 million are invested in a restricted crossing U-turn, better known as an RCUT. When approaching a main road from a side street, drivers make a right turn through the median and make a U-turn on the main road. KYTC says there's a 64.5% decrease of crashes and a 71% decrease in injuries at an RCUT in Trigg County. I'm told these maneuvers remove multiple points of conflict where vehicles cross paths, especially at right angles. Transportation officials hope to have those improvements done by August 2026. Reporting in Davis County, I'm Ben Walls, Eyewitness News.